It's game number 20 of the Xenia Scouts 2017 campaign here at home at Grady's Field this afternoon. The Scouts come into this afternoon's game 10-9, and they'll take on the first place Cincinnati Steam, who sit at 11-7 in the Southern Division. Gabe Genovesi here with you, alongside my partner Andrew Alix on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We will bring you all the action today. The Scouts come in riding a 3-game win streak. It started against the Hamilton Joes here at home. 2 victories, both by a score of for the Xenia Scouts, one of them coming down to the wire. The Scouts had a 9-3 lead going into the 9th inning, and they held off a furious Joes rally and won it 9-7. Cincinnati Steam, another nail-biter, a 3-2 Xenia Scouts victory as the Scouts scored 2 in the 4th inning, 1 in the 5th. The Steam bounced back with 2 in the 7th, and then Jorge Lozano pitched a scoreless 8th inning for the Scouts, and Caden Owens came in and pitched a scoreless 9th. Today, Ryan Mills on the mound for the Xenia Scouts. Mills new to this 2017 Xenia Scouts team. He actually played with the Athletes in Action team, the international team, He plays his collegiate ball at Olivet Nazarene University. Ryan Mills, a 3.83 ERA, 1-2 in 8 starts, 10 appearances for Olivet Nazarene. Opponents batted .296 against Mills. 44 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 50 hits, 25 runs, only 19 of them earned, 17 walks, 22 strikeouts for Ryan Mills. The starting lineups being announced here at Grady's Field, just a few minutes away from first pitch. I'll give you the Cincinnati Steam lineup to begin with, because they will bat first, of course, with the Scouts being at home. Jace Mercer will lead it off for the Steam, playing second base. Jake Bork at shortstop. Dallas Beaver in the 3-hole, playing catcher today. Mike Moffitt, the center fielder, in the cleanup spot. Blaine Griffiths, the senior designated hitter today. Alex Holderbach, the 6-hole junior, playing third base. Roger Dannison, Corey Chambliss, and Brian Guck round out the Cincinnati Steam lineup. Dannison, the right fielder, Chambliss, the left fielder, Guck, the first baseman. And now we will pause for just a couple minutes as we are set for prayer and national anthem here at Grady's Field. We'll be right back. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. back here at Grady's Field, the Scouts have taken the field, and we're about a minute away from first pitch here in Xenia, Ohio this afternoon. Taking you around the diamond for the Scouts at the hot corner, Joey Roddy. Aaron Takis will play short today for Xenia. Ange Bourgeois at second base, and Kyle Casserly over at first. Ryan Park behind the dish today for the Scouts. Jordan Lambert in left field, Francisco Andina in center, and Caden Owens in right field for Xenia. And I already ran through Ryan Mills on the mound for the Scouts, making his first appearance for Xenia in this 2017 season. A decent season in school ball Mills had with Olivet Nazarene University. A 3.83 ERA, 296 batting average against.
Coach Corey Coops says Ryan Mills is the guy who's going to give up about a hit an inning. But not a lot of power off of him. Mills, good job. Fastball, 4-seam and 2-seam, change-up curveball. So not a crazy amount of selection there, but Mills, throughout his school ball career and on the international tour, has showed his ability to get the job done. So let's see what he has in his first start here with Xenia.
The first pitch of the afternoon is fouled down the first base line by Jace Mercer. Mercer, the leadoff hitter for the Steam, not only today, but last night as well. Mercer last night, 2 for 4. He reached on a hit by pitch and an error as well, though, so he was on base 4 times as he takes the ball outside. 1-1 to Mercer. Jace Mercer, third on this Cincinnati Steam in hits with 21. Now the 1-1. Fouled off down the third baseline, 1-2. Mercer third on the team in average as well with a .318 batting average. The kid's got speed. 11 stolen bases on the year. That's tied for second in the Great Lakes League. The 1-2 curveball flied high into foul territory. Goes out of play behind the Xenia Scouts dugout. 1-2. Mercer, the switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-handed Mills. Now the 1-2 pitch from Ryan Mills. Fouled off once again, this time back toward the Steam dugout. Jace Mercer has fouled off 3 pitches here early. 1-2. The Southern Division here in the Great Lakes League, well, you could say it is a tight race. The Steam sit an option in first place at 11-7. The Richmond Jazz in second at 9-8. And then the Southern Ohio Copperheads and your Xenia Scouts tied for third at 10-9. That changeup flied high in the air towards center field. Andina settles under it. 1 down here in the first. And that'll bring up Jake Bork for the Cincinnati Steam. Bork playing shortstop today for the Steam. A .308 average on the year, 12 for 39. Not an everyday player for the Cincinnati Steam. Bork bats from the right side. The first pitch to him. Curveball loops in there for a ball just high. 1-0. Bork was not in the lineup last night against the Xenia Scouts. The 1-0. Fastball just misses off the outside corner. 2-0. Jake Bork, I mentioned not an everyday guy. This is his 11th appearance with the Steam as the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a curveball. The 2-0 pitch. Make it 2-1. Jake Bork in his 10 previous games, a 10-game hit streak. He has gotten a hit in every single game he's played in. The 2-1 curveball chopped toward the third baseman. Roddy picks it up, fires across the diamond, 2 down.
Good work defensively there on the hot corner by Joey Roddy. We've seen him make a couple of errors, 2 yesterday, I believe. And pitching coach Corey Coops, a little bit of frustration with some of the things going on defensively for the Scouts. So it's time for them to tighten up, and good sign there by Joey Roddy here. 2 away now.
Joey Roddy, 9 errors on the year for the Xenia Scouts at the hot corner. Now the first pitch to Dallas Beaver fouled off, ground ball down the first baseline, 0-1. Beaver is dangerous to say the least. First on this Cincinnati team in hits, RBIs, on base percentage, and doubles. The 0-1 pitch just off the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Dallas Beaver first in all those categories. He's 7th in the league in average, 5th in hits, tied for 5th in doubles. Now the 1-1 pitch, curveball just below the knees, 2-1. Beaver was the designated hitter last night for this team, behind the plate tonight for Cincinnati. Last night was actually one of his worst days as he grounds out to Casserly to end the first inning here. So Dallas Beaver, who only went 1 for 4 last night, starts today 0 for 1. Ryan Mills in his first inning as a Xenia Scout gets a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll head to the home half of the first. No score between the Steam and the Scouts. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the home half of the first inning we go here at Great East Field in Xenia, Ohio. A 4:05 first pitch today, so an afternoon game for the Scouts on this Sunday afternoon. The Steam, no runs in the top of the first. The Scouts will look to put the first run on the board here in the home half. Francisco Andina will lead it off for Xenia. Normally the 9-hole hitter for the Scouts. Actually, he's been the 9-hole hitter in every single game he's played in so far this year. He takes a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. The pitch came from Gray Harmon. Harmon, a 3.46 ERA, 1-0 in 3 appearances for this team. Opponents bat .222 against Gray Harmon. That's third on this Cincinnati Steam team. Andina takes a ball just off the outside corner, 1-1. Gray Harmon, 13 innings pitched, 10 hits given up, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. That curveball misses low, 2-1. And the Scouts have actually seen Gray Harmon before in the first meeting of the season between these two teams. Gray Harmon pitched against the Scouts. A 6-4 win for Cincinnati. Now the 2-1 to Andina catches the outside corner, 2-2. Harmon that night pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. 6 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Harmon, the lefty on the mound from Xavier University. The curveball skied high, medium depth to right field. Going back as the right fielder, he makes the grab just in front of the warning track. And Andina flies out to right to end the game.
And let me tell you,
that ball carried.
Yeah, the right fielder there, that was Roger Dennison, back against the wall, making that catch again off of Francisco Andina. The wind blowing out towards right field. If you can see it, the flag right next to that right field foul pole blowing straight out, and that ball carried. Just not enough, however. However, if the right fielder wasn't there, it would have been interesting to see if that ball actually could have cleared the fence.
I apologize for saying medium depth.
You know, well, it looked like medium depth off the bat, but then the wind carried it.
The first pitch to Ryan Park in there for a strike at the knees. Park, a switch hitter, bats from the right side against the lefty Harmon. The 0-1. That one misses low and inside, 1-1. Ryan Park, first on this Xenia Scouts team in average with a .333 batting average, 18 for 54 on the year. The 18 hits is third on the team. Now the 1-1. Fastball just misses. A little low, 2-1. Ryan Park, the .333 average is tied for 22nd in the Great Lakes League. The pitch, ground ball toward third. Holderbach picks it up, fires across the diamond. Ryan Park is retired, 2 down. And that'll bring up Jordan Lambert for the Scouts here in the home half of the first. No score between the Cincinnati Steam and the Xenia Scouts, as the Scouts look for their 4th win in a row and a sweep of the Cincinnati Steam after the 3-2 victory in Cincinnati last night. The first pitch to Jordan Lambert, high at the eyes, ball 1.
And like you said, here we are on game number 20. And I talked to Ange Bourgeois before the game. He said, doesn't feel like we're on game number 20. Feels like we're on game number 12 as Lambert hits that one in the air, foul territory. And the third baseman, Holderbach's going to have it. Out number 3. But to finish my thought there, he said, it feels like we played about 12 games. And I said, Ange, think about where we were 8 games ago. 2-6. You're just blocking out the bad part. Ever since then, 8 of the last 11 games, the Scouts have won.
Scouts go down 1-2-3 here in the first after the Lambert fly out to Holderbach at third. No score after 1. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the top of the second we go here at Grady's Field. No score between the Xenia Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam as we head to the second. Mike Moffitt will lead it off for the Steam, followed by Blaine Griffiths and Alix Holderbach, the 4-5-6 hitters for Cincinnati. The first pitch from Ryan Mills just misses off the outside corner, 1-0. Mills pitched a 1-2-3 scoreless first inning. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss from Moffitt, 1-1. Mike Moffitt in center field tonight for the Steam. A 343 hitter on the year, 6 doubles, a triple, and a homer. That curveball catches the outside corner, 1-2. Moffitt, 10 RBIs as well. The 6 doubles, the 343 average, and the 10 RBIs are second on the Cincinnati Steam team. That curveball misses low, 2-2. Moffitt, the righty. A tad bit of an open stance in the batter's box. That curveball in the dirt, but Moffitt went around. Ryan Mills gets his first strikeout of the afternoon, his first strikeout with the Xenia Scouts, and there's one down here in the second.
Yeah, right there, Ryan Mills just gets Moffitt to go fishing. Moffitt, of course, has been a victim of the strikeout before. We saw him in last night's contest, went down swinging twice. Once at the hands of Caleb Fernholz, twice at the hands of Caleb Fernholz, I should say.
Now the first pitch to Blaine Griffiths catches the outside edge for strike 1. Griffiths not in the lineup last night against the Xenia Scouts. He also goes to Xavier University along with Gray Harmon, who's on the mound this afternoon for Cincinnati. Griffiths takes the ball low, 1-1. A 255 hitter on the year, 3 doubles, and a homer. Griffiths bats from the left side. The 1-1 from the righty Mills. Curveball, skied, foul territory toward third base, and Roddy makes the play. Joey Roddy ranges over and makes the grab. 2 down.
And a quick out there, and Ryan Mills here in his second inning of work really starting to get in the groove.
That brings up Alix Holderbach for the Steam. No score between the Scouts and the Steam here in the top of the second inning. 2 down for the Steam. Alix Holderbach at the plate, a 297 hitter. 4 doubles. That's third on this Cincinnati team. Holderbach will be a junior at Eastern Kentucky. That curveball misses inside. 1-0. And early, this is our first time seeing Ryan Mills' curveball, of course. That's a big breaking ball.
Big break indeed.
The 1-0 popped up right field. The right fielder Owens drifting makes the grab. 6 up, 6 down for Ryan Mills, and we'll head to the home half of the second. No score between the Scouts and the Steam. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. No score between the Xenia Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam as we head to the home half of the second inning. Gray Harmon still on the mound for the Steam. Kyle Casserly leads it off for the Scouts. The first pitch to Cass on the outside corner, strike 1. Casserly will be followed by Caden Owens and Aaron Takis, the 4-5-6 hitters this afternoon for Xenia. The 0-1 to Casserly. Fastball, check swing, fouled off down the third base line. 0-2. Kyle Casserly, a 194 hitter on the year, 12 for 62. Is third on this team in doubles with 3 and RBIs with 8. The 0-2 pitch, curveball high, way above the head of Casserly, 1-2. Cass playing first base again today for the Scouts. Has played first in every game he's been in except one where he played left field. That one's lined into left center. Base hit. Casserly rounds first. He'll head for 2. Kyle Casserly stands in there with a stand-up double. He's got his 4th double of the year, and the Scouts have the leadoff runner aboard here in the second.
Almost didn't look like it was going to be extra bases off the bat for Kyle Casserly, and he was almost pulling up as he headed for first, but saw that ball was rolling to the wall. The Cincinnati Steam outfielders Moffitt and Chambliss just having trouble getting to it. So Casserly takes advantage, and like you said, extra bases, as Dave Naw would say here, nobody no hits the Scouts, and a runner in scoring position with nobody out here for Caden Owens.
Talk about the right spot. He hit that one right to the left center field gap. It rolled almost all the way to the wall. The first pitch to Owens, high and tight, 1-0. Caden Owens, 250 batting average, 9 for 36 on the year. 3 RBIs for Owens, who bats from the left side against the lefty Harmon. The 1-0 pitch, fastball low in the dirt, a good block by the catcher Dallas Beaver. 2-0. Kyle Casserly stands on second. No score between the Xenia Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam here in the bottom half of the second inning. Gray Harmon pitched a 1-2-3 first inning. He gives up a leadoff double to Kyle Casserly here to begin the second. The 2-0 pitch to Owens. Fastball skied behind the plate. It'll go out of play. 2-1. Caden Owens has reached base in 8 of the 9 games he's played in for the Scouts. Kind of in and out of the lineup with some injuries. Owens, despite not playing back-to-back games since June 15th and June 16th, when he does play, he's on a 4-game hit streak. The 2-1 fastball catches the outside corner, 2-2.
And Owens yesterday didn't pick up his first hit until the 9th inning when a single that he tried to stretch to a double called out at second. Very questionable call by the field umpire last night, Mark Oppenheimer.
And Owens said he thought he was safe too, and he was mad for about 3 seconds, and then he realized he had to come in and pitch the ninth. he had to regroup. Caden Owens saving that game for the Scouts, picking up his 3rd save of the season last night.
3 strikeouts.
The 2-2 pitch, fastball, high and away, 3-2. And he says he likes that role. He felt he said his arm felt good last night. He could have pitched the 8th and the 9th, but he doesn't mind being the closer on this team.
No joke, I had a nightmare last night. They sent Caden Owens to Alaska because he was doing so well.
The 3-2 popped up, foul territory down the third baseline. The third baseman Holderbach pursuing, and he just missed it. Caden Owens catches a break, and the count will stay at 3-2.
And Owens, a new shot at life here. Holderbach, with the sun beaming in his eyes, just couldn't find the ball. Took what I would feel is, I'm not overstating it by saying, an absolutely terrible route. Just lost it. Drops right in front of him. We're going to stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Casserly stands on second. Owens stands in as a lefty. The 3-2 from Harmon. Fastball fouled off behind the plate. We'll do it all over again.
Harmon now 23 deep here. Still yet to get the first out in the second. To put that in perspective, Ryan Mills 23 deep after 2 full innings pitched.
Mills having a great first day with the Scouts. The 3-2 pitch, fastball, it hits Owens. It hit him right on the front shoulder, and he'll take his base 2-on with nobody down here in the second.
So Caden Owens gets plunked there, but for the Scouts now, and Aaron Tack is coming to the plate, a threat. And if you're the pitcher here, Gray Harmon, that is not what you wanted to do. Even still yet to get that elusive first out here in the top of the home half of the second, I should say. And for the Scouts, the key to these games that they've been winning is attacking in the first 3 innings, getting on the board.
Aaron Takis steps in, another lefty in the Xenia Scouts lineup. And he'll show a bunt, lays it down third base line. It rolls foul, 0-1. And Aaron Takis, I'm going to say this is just off the top of my head, this is the 3rd time in 4 or 5 games he's been asked to lay down a sac bunt, and he hasn't been successful yet.
Yeah, well, he still has one more shot at it here with 1 strike. But, yeah, bunting has been a slight issue here for Takis. Not going to sugarcoat that.
After the first time, he kind of was laughing it off after the game. This time he takes a curveball high, 1-1. After that second game, he's a little frustrated with himself. Said he's got to get it down. 1-1 to Aaron Takis. Kyle Casserly on second. Caden Owens on first. No score between the Scouts and the Steam here in the second. This time Takis got it down. Beaver bobbled the ball, and Aaron Takis is going to beat it out. The catcher, Dallas Beaver, couldn't get a handle on it, and the bases are loaded here in the second inning for Xenia.
Well, good for Aaron Takis there. Just like we said, he had one more shot, and he takes advantage. Don't know whether Kyler is going to rule that as a hit or an error. Looks like an error on the scoreboard right off the bat. But Takis aboard with an error. Everyone advancing safely. And the base is loaded and nobody out here for Joey Roddy.
Roddy steps in. Swings through a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Joey Roddy in a slump to start the year, 6 for 53, a $113 batting average. The base is loaded for him here in the second. The 0-1 curveball skied high in the air towards center field. This will be deep enough. The catch made by the center fielder Moffitt. Kyle Casserly will score. Owens moves up to third, and it's 1-0 Xenia here in the second.
Great job by Joey Roddy. He gets the job done, does what he needs to do. Just put the ball deep enough into the deepest part of this ballpark, deep center field, right by the warning track. Kyle Casserly scores easy. Owens able to advance to third. And now for Dylan Lottenville with 1 out here, a guy who can put the ball in the air unquestionably. A chance to score another with a sac fly.
Lawtonville takes a curveball high, 1-0. So Joey Roddy picks up his 5th RBI of the year on a sac fly, and the Scouts lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second. Lawtonville fouls one off down the first baseline, 1-1. Lawtonville, another one of these Scouts in a slump, 4 for 47. 0.85 batting average. He does get on base a decent amount with walks, 12 walks on the year, a 283 on base percentage. The 1-1, fastball low and inside, 2-1. Lawtonville, one of those 4 hits was an extra base hit, a double to the gap. Harmon checks the runner, the 2-1 pitch, fouled off, out of play, 2-2, and Aaron Takis was going on the pitch.
A little hit and run devised up there by Bubba Cates.
So despite Harmon being a lefty, Takis got a pretty good jump over there at first. The count 2-2 on Dylan Lawtonville. Caden Owens stands on third. The pitch, fastball low and inside, full count.
And the Scouts batters have been working Gray Harmon here, who still only has 1 out in this inning.
Lawtonville, the designated hitter tonight. The 3-2, fastball, flied high and deep to right center field. The center fielder, Moffitt, will not make the grab. Dylan Lawtonville has a ground rule double. Aaron Takis is going to have to stay at third because the ball hopped over the wall, but an RBI ground rule double for Dylan Lawtonville, and it is 2-0 Scouts here in the second.
And Lawtonville breaks out of the slump there, and almost like we said, the wind blowing out. I thought off the bat maybe that ball had a chance to carry and get that first home run that Dylan Lawtonville's desperately been waiting for, but unfortunately he's just going to have to settle for extra bases. An RBI ground rule double for Lawtonville, still just 1 out. The Scouts will have batted through the order now with Ange Bourgeois coming to the plate.
Lawtonville's 2nd double of the year. The first pitch to Bourgeois, curveball high, 1-0. Dylan Lawtonville now 3 RBIs on the year as well. He hit that one to the deepest part of the park. It's 397 out to center field here at Grady's Field as Bourgeois fouls that one off behind the plate, 1-1. Down the left field line, 325 as you get toward left center, 347. And then a little bit of an awkward wall here in right field at Grady's. It goes from 397 as Bourgeois takes a curveball inside, strike 2. Just down to 395 as you get toward right center, over to 379, and then all the way to the right field corner, 314 down the line. Bourgeois swings and a miss at a curveball low in the dirt. They'll have to throw down the first. Beaver does the job. 2 down here in the second. Gray Harmon's first strikeout of the day, and he doesn't strike out a lot of batters. 13 innings pitched, only 6 strikeouts on the year, but he gets Bourgeois there. And that'll bring up the top of the order, Francisco Andina. A 2-0 Xenia Scouts lead here in the home half of the second over the Cincinnati Steam. 2 on, 2 out for Andina. The first pitch, curveball, ground ball toward the shortstop, Bork. He bobbled it, throws across the diamond. Andina beat it out. Francisco Andina reaches on an error, and it's 3-0 Xenia here in the second.
Well, and Gabe, the interesting thing was there that over at second, Dylan Lawtonville was running, actually kind of crossed the line of sight there for the shortstop Bork. So he kind of lost the ball when Lawtonville passed him. When he put the glove down, it just wasn't there. He bobbles it, gives Andina, who's got wheels, time to come around or time to get down the baseline. Another run comes home to score.
And in steps Ryan Park for the Scouts. Park takes a hack at a first pitch fastball, fouls it off behind the plate, 0-1. Park grounded out to the third baseman Holderbach his first time up. But when you talk about Ryan Park, he's been on fire as of late. He's reached base in 9 straight games. Harmon throws over to first, Andina back safely. Ryan Park has reached base in 22 of his last 37 at-bats for the Scouts. Harmon throws over again. Andina dives back safely.
Good job by the first baseman, Guck. He scooped that one out. That one gets past him. Another run comes home.
2 down here in the bottom half of the second. The pitch to Park. Curveball. just misses off the outside corner. 1-1. 3-0 Xenia Scouts lead. Dylan Lottenville still stands on third, on Dina on first. For Ryan Park at the plate, Gray Harmon trying to get himself out of the inning. The pitch, fastball grounded towards short. Bork fields it cleanly, flips to second, and that'll do it for the Scouts here in the home half of the second inning, but they get some damage done. 3 runs for Xenia on a couple of hits, and they lead 3-0 as we head to the top half of the third. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. A 3-0 Xenia Scouts lead as we head to the top of the third here at Grady's Field. Ryan Mills still on the mound for the Scouts. The first pitch to Roger Dannison is driven into right center field. That ball rolls all the way to the wall. Dannison's going to head for 3, and he's going to be in there safely. He doesn't even slide. A stand-up triple for Roger Dannison, his first of the season. And the Steam have their leadoff runner aboard here in the third.
That's the first hit of the day off of Ryan Mills, and Dannison really handles that pitch, just takes it a hard liner, deepest part of the ballpark, and with the wheels on him, he turned that into 3 bases very easily. So the Steam finally threatening here in the third inning of this ball game.
Corey Chambliss to the plate now for the Steam, and they're going to call a balk on Ryan Mills. So the Steam get their first run of the game on a balk, and I'm sorry, folks, I personally didn't see it. Ryan Mills not arguing, though. I don't know if he knows what he did or if he's just letting it go. Do you know what he did?
I did not see.
So after a triple by Dannison, he scores on a balk, and the first pitch to Chambliss is a curveball in there for a strike.
Well, that happened quickly.
3-1.
A triple followed by a balk before the first pitch, the next batter.
Now another curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Scouts lead is 3-1 here in the top half of the third. Corey Chambliss, one again, not an everyday player for the Cincinnati Steam. 5 for 27, a .185 batting average. The 1-1 to him. Curveball just off the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Chambliss in his last game played was a few days ago against the Southern Ohio Copperheads. He went 1 for 4 with a walk. Now the pitch. That one catches the outside corner, 2-2. Corey Chambliss plays with, Lincoln Trail College. The 2-2 chopped foul down the third baseline. We'll do 2-2 all over again. He'll be a junior with the Statesmen in his sophomore campaign, a .232 batting average. Was an everyday starter for Lincoln Trail. A .390 on base percentage. Now the 2-2. Fastball low and in the dirt, 3-2. So after retiring the first 6 batters of the game, Ryan Mills gives up the triple and then balks a run home. Now the 3-2 pitch to Corey Chambliss. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ryan Mills gets his second strikeout of the afternoon, and there's one down here in the third.
Yeah, great pitch there on full count from Ryan Mills. He goes changeup, and Corey Chambliss way in front of it. So the second K of the day for Mr. Mills. And now to the 9-hitter and Brian Guck.
Guck 5 for 18 on the year, a .278 batting average. He was not in the lineup last night. This time he skies one high, medium depth towards center field. Ontina settles under, 2 down here in the third.
And that's exactly what you're looking for if you're Ryan Mills. Just a one pitch out. A little bit probably shaken up off the triple and then the balk. But since then, 2 outs, 1 on the strikeout, 1 on the flyout. Now back to the top of the order with 2 away for Jace Mercer.
Mercer steps up. Again, a switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Mills. The first pitch to him, curveball swung on and missed, strike 1. And that curveball from Ryan Mills really working for him in the first game as a scout. The 0-1 pitch, another off-speed pitch, skied shallow center field. Ondina takes a few steps in, makes the grab. So after the leadoff triple and the balk, Ryan Mills gets 3 in a row. The Steam get a run on 1 hit, and it's 3-1 Scouts as we head to the home half of the third. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. A 3-1 Xenia Scouts lead as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Gray Harmon back out there on the mound for the Steam. Jordan Lambert leads it off for the Scouts. He swings and skies one high. Foul territory down the first baseline and just out of play. Lambert a sigh of relief, 0-1. Jordan Lambert 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to the third baseman Holderbach. His first time up in the first inning. The Scouts 3 runs on 2 hits, a couple of errors from the Steam. Give them a 3-1 lead. The 0-1 pitch from Harmon. Fastball, high and away, 1-1. Jordan Lambert, after going 4 for 28 over a 7-game stretch, he takes a curveball high, 2-1. In his last 2 games, he's 5 for 7 with a homer and a couple RBIs. So that's a way to bust out of a slump. Now the 2-1 to Lambert. Fastball, ground ball, foul territory down the first base line. Oh, that one would have rolled to the corner. Lambert would have had a double. It rolls about a foot foul. For Gray Harmon, it's just a strike, 2-2. Harmon takes the sign from the catcher Beaver. The 2-2 pitch to Lambert. Fastball, ground ball towards second. Mercer picks it up, fires to first, 1 down here in the third. And that'll bring up Kyle Casserly for the Scouts. Cass came into today only batting a .194, but he's 1 for 1 with a double here this afternoon. He doubled and came around to score the first run of the game on a sac fly from Joey Roddy in the second inning. Cass bats from the left side. The first pitch from Harmon. Fastball, line drive, base hit, center field. Kyle Casserly is 2 for 2 today. And the Scouts have a base runner with 1 down.
That's a good sign if you're the Scouts. When Cass gets hot in the game, when he's seeing things well off of a pitcher, you can expect a 3 or 2 hit day from him. Already has 2 here in just the third inning of play here at Grady's Field. So for the second time in as many innings, Cass starts off the offense for the Scouts, and now Caden Owens to the plate.
And that's a great point. He's either hot or cold. We saw him, he was 5 for 8 in 2 games against the Copperheads a couple series ago. Then in his last 5 coming into this one, he was 2 for 18. Now he's 2 for 2 today. Harmon throws over toward Cass. He gets back safely at first. In steps Caden Owens. Owens hit by a pitch his first time up in the second inning. Came around to score the second run of the game. That fastball misses high above the head, 1-0. Owens hasn't played in consecutive games for the Scouts since June 15th and June 16th. Well, he played last night. He's in the lineup tonight. The 1-0. Fastball just off the outside edge, 2-0. Caden Owens with the hit by pitch has now reached base in 9 of his 10 games played for the Xenia Scouts this season. The 2-0 pitch will not be delivered. Harmon throws over to first. Cass back safe once again. 3-1, the Scouts lead over the Steam here in the home half of the third. Owens steps back in the pitch. Fouled off down, right behind the plate. 2-1. Owens takes the sign from manager Bubba Cates down there at third base. 2016 manager of the year here in the Great Lakes League. The 2-1 curveball, fly ball, shallow center field. All 3 of them converging in the shortstop. Bork finally makes the over-the-shoulder grab. The left fielder Chambliss, the center fielder Moffitt, and Bork all going back. I thought that ball was going to drop for a second. I thought there was going to be some miscommunication as both of the outfielders weren't really hustling toward it, and Bork had to make a heck of a grab over his shoulder, 2 down.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there, but Bork figures it out.
The first pitch to Takis, ground ball, a good stop by Bork at short, and that'll do it for the Scouts as Bork throws out Casserly at second. A 6-4 ground out for Aaron Takis, and that'll do it for Xenia here in the third. No runs on 1 hit. And it's 3-1 Scouts as we head to the fourth. Andrew Alix will have the play-by-play for you in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Leave the door open. Jake Bork to lead things off for the Steam to start things off here at the top of the 4th inning. Scouts lead by a score of 4-1. Jake Bork has come to the plate 1 time as he fouls first pitch down the third base line. 0-1 the count. Bork hits the 0-1 pitch into center field. That'll drop the second hit of the day here off of Ryan Mills in the Steam with the leadoff guy aboard. It's going to bring Dallas Beaver to the plate here. 1 on, nobody out. Top of the 4th inning. 3-1 Scouts is the score. Beaver, he is the catcher in this afternoon's contest yesterday. We saw Beaver in the designated hitter role, also plays first. Beaver, a dangerous hitter from the left side, 388 on the year. And Beaver attacks first pitch, left field. That's going to drop over the glove of a jumping Aaron Takis over his short. A couple of straight singles for the Cincinnati team, and they have things going here in the top of the fourth for Mike Moffitt. Moffitt, he struck out his first time up, a 342 hitter on the year. That's with 6 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 10 RBIs for the center fielder. So pitching coach Corey Coop's going to come out to the mound, have a word with Mike Moffitt, or have a word with Ryan Mills, I should say. The entire infield coming in, Bourgeois, Casserly, Roddy, and Takis, as well as the catcher Ryan Park. 3-1 the score here in the top of the fourth. Dallas Beaver, the man at the plate. The Scouts, a little scoring summary for you. They got things going in the second offensive play. It was a double by Casserly. Caden Owens then hit by a pitch. Aaron Takis tries to lay down the bunt to advance the 2 runners. Actually ends up being an error on the catcher, Dallas Beaver. It was then a Joey Rowdy sac fly that brought the first run home for Xenia. Then Dylan Lottenville, a ground rule double, brought home 1 more. And then an error on the shortstop, Jake Bork, allowed one more runner to come home. That was when Francisco Andina was at the plate. Cincinnati scored on a triple and a balk right afterwards. But first pitch curveball attack, that's lined into right field, a base hit. Everyone is safe. The runner held up at third there, and Jake Bork, 3 straight hits here in the top of the fourth inning off of Ryan Mills. And the very dangerous Cincinnati Steam offense really getting into a groove here. The base is loaded, nobody out. Now for Blaine Griffiths. Griffiths, a 254 hitter on the year. He hits from the left side against the righty, Ryan Mills. It was 3 straight singles. Have loaded the bases for this team. First pitch, and that one is lined into the glove of Casserly. He's going to step on the bag. The runner at first, Mike Moffitt, was just a couple steps too far off. Casserly steps on the bag and gets the F3 unassisted double play. So just like that, 2 away now. And for Ryan Mills, a much needed break. So line drive to Casserly. He grabs it, steps on the bag. 2 away now. Runners at second and third for Cincinnati. The batter, Alix Holderbach. Holderbach, the third baseman, a 296 hitter on the year, 4 doubles, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. First pitch, low and away, 1 ball and no strikes to Holderbach. His first time up, Holderbach flew out to right field. 0 for 1 on the day. He hits from the right side against the right-handed pitcher, Ryan Mills. Mills looks back to second and delivers the 1-0 pitch inside. Ryan Park gets in front of it, prevents it from getting behind him. 2 balls and no strikes now the count. The Steam with no run, or with 1 run so far on 4 hits. The Scouts with 3 runs on as many hits. The 2-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal to the field umpire says no, he did not. 3 pitches, 3 balls thus far to Alix Holderbach with Roger Dennison, the man who got the first hit off of Ryan Mills, a triple in the last inning. He awaits on deck. The 3-0 pitch coming now. The get me across does just that. Fastball inside part of the plate, a called strike. The count moves 3-1. Three balls and a strike here. Runners at second and third. He delivers. Swing and a miss there. So after falling behind in this count 3-0, Ryan Mills fights his way back. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count with 2 away. Holderbach does not strike out often, just 5 strikeouts in 64 at-bats this season. Mills looks to the catcher park. He sets and delivers. And curveball missing on the inside, ball 4. Alex Hollerbach will take his free 90 feet. And the base is loaded yet again. On that with 2 outs and Roger Dennison coming to the plate. Like I just mentioned, Roger Dennison, his first time up, a triple to lead off the top of the 3rd inning, ends up scoring on a balk before the first pitch is ever thrown to the batter behind him. The only run of the day so far for the Steam. First pitch upstairs and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Roger Dennison. It's Jake Bork at 3rd, Dallas Beaver at 2nd, and Alex Holderbach at 1st. The 1-0. Curveball missing way high. 2 balls and no strikes. Dennison from Xavier University. A 293 hitter on the year, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. For Dennison, it's his 2nd year playing for the Cincinnati Steam. And he hits one on a line into left field. That one's going to drop. 1 run comes home. An RBI single for Roger Dennison in this ball game. Now 3-2 in favor of the Scouts. So after falling behind in the count there, Dennison takes advantage. He's now 2 for 2 on the day. And Corey Chambliss to the plate here with the bases loaded. 2 outs. The Scouts lead now cut to just 1. The tying run at 3rd. The go-ahead run would be at 2nd here with 2 outs. Anything hit in the gap likely to score 2. Chambliss, his first time up, he struck out swinging. The 2nd strikeout victim of Ryan Mills. On the year, Corey Chambliss, a 185 hitter, 5 hits in 27 at-bats, only 1 extra base hit, 1 double. He has 4 RBIs. A ball and no strikes here, and that one's grounded foul territory, 3rd base side. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 hits already off of Ryan Mills here in the top of the 4th after going the first 3 innings, allowing just 1. A ball and a strike here with 2 away. The base is loaded. The pitch. A fastball low in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike moves the count. Ryan Mills in his first appearance in the Xenia Scouts uniform, coming off of a spring with Olivet Nazarene University, an NAIA program in Illinois, as that one just fouled down. The count evens up 2-2. And Real Mills, as Gabe previously mentioned, spent the month of June with the AIA International Tour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chambliss. The base is loaded with 2 away, 3-2 Scouts. The pitch, and that one hits him smack on the back, a curveball that just did not break. The game is tied as the bases were loaded. We are all locked up at 3. So 3-3 now the score. The base is still loaded. Corey Chambliss gets hit by a pitch in a 2-2 count. And for Ryan Mills, certainly not what he was looking for there. Some action going in the bullpen now for the Scouts. Looks like Jorge Lozano headed out there. As first pitch to the 9-hitter Brian Guck taken low and away. The 8th batter of the inning for the Cincinnati Steam. Holderbach at 3rd, Dennison at 2nd, Chambliss at 1st here with 2 away. 1 ball and no strikes, and that one a chopper over towards short. Roddy's going to cut it off, throw over to 1st in time for out number 3. So the Scouts out of this one, but the Steam do strike. 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 men left aboard. We have reached the middle of the 4th inning. The Scouts and the Steam are all tied up at 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head to the home half of the fourth. We're all tied up at 3 now between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. Joey Roddy to lead things off for Xenia, his first time up. A sacrifice fly that scored the first run of this ball game for the Scouts. First pitch to Roddy. He hits one in the air, foul territory behind the plate. The catcher Beaver goes back. He'll come under it and make the catch in foul ground. One pitch, one out. Joey Roddy is retired on the foul ball. So with one away, now it's Dylan Lottenville to the plate. Lottenville came into the game an 0.85 hitter, but his first time to the plate, an RBI double. Let's score the second run of this ball game. A ground rule double, in fact. First pitch to Lottenville. Fastball upstairs and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Dylan Lottenville. Lottenville from Hillsdale College, the designated hitter tonight. He waves and misses. And a ball on the outside, evens at the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. One away here in the home half of the fourth. We're all tied up at 3. A 1-1 pitch. And Lottenville, curveball there, swing and a miss. He's behind in this count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dylan, a .261 hitter with the Hillsdale Chargers. He takes fastball right down the heart of the plate. In there for a called strike 3. Dylan Lottenville goes down looking, just the second strikeout of the day for the Cincinnati starter, Gray Harmon, and it's been 2 up, 2 down here in the home half of the fourth. So now with 2 away, Ange Bourgeois, the 9-hitter in the Xenia lineup, comes to the plate. Bourgeois from Biola University, the native of Salt Lake City, Utah. A .237 hitter on the year, 2 doubles, a triple, and 5 RBIs for Ange Bourgeois. His on-base percentage sits at .352. But for Ange, the issue hasn't been getting on base. He started this season on a streak where in the first 14 games he played in, he reached base, but the strikeout, 15 on the season for Ange Bourgeois. That has been his Achilles heel all year long. First pitch to Bourgeois. Fastball way upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes here with 2 away. 3-3 the score. The Steam with 3 runs on 5 hits. The Scouts with 3 runs on 3 hits. The 1-0. Curveball just missing on the outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 delivery. And Bourgeois hits that on the ground towards first. The first baseman, Brian Guck, fields it, steps on first for out number 3. So the Scouts go down in order. A 1-2-3 inning for Gray Harmon. And that is going to do it for the Scouts here in the fourth. No runs on no hits and nobody left aboard for Xenia. We have played 4 innings of baseball. The Scouts and the Steam all tied up at 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Back here for the top of the fifth inning, Andrew, Alix, Gabe, Genovesi, and a new pitcher in for the Scouts, Jorge Lozano. Jace Mercer lays down, bunt down towards third, and Joey Roddy will just pick it up and not even attempt to throw it. Jace Mercer, one of the fastest guys in the Great Lakes League. He bunts for a hit to get things going here in the top of the fifth. 3-3 the score. The Scouts, they struck first with a 3 spot in the bottom of the second, but since then, the Steam putting up 1 run in the third and 2 in the fourth. So we are all locked up, and now Jake Bork to the plate. Bork, a single his last time up, 1 for 2 on the day. Pick-off attempt from Lozano over to first. Not in time. Jace Mercer, 11 steals in 13 attempts on the season so far. First pitch to Jake Bork. Swing and a miss. Attempted to steal. He'll slide in safely. The throw from Ryan Park is not going to be in time. That one bounces in the dirt before it can get to Ange Bourgeois. The speedy Jace Mercer has his 12th stolen base of the year. So now a runner in scoring position here and nobody out for the Steam yet again. They threaten here in the top of the fifth. It'll be Bork, Beaver, and Mike Moffitt due up the top of the order for the Cincinnati Steam. Bork, the shortstop. He hits from the right side against the righty Jorge Lozano. Mercer leads from second. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. First base side, and Jorge Lozano ahead in this count, 0-2.
And he got some help there. Jake Bork chased that one high, and now he's ahead in the count, 0-2.
Jake Bork. There's one thing you think about him when you think about his school, University of South Carolina, upstate. Behind in the count, 0-2. Lozano delivers fastball in the dirt. No balls, or 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jorge. Ahead in the count, 1-2. Sorry about that. We had a little someone in front of the camera. 1-2 the count now. Lozano delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3, drop third strike. Ryan Park throws to first. Trying to advance to third is Jace Mercer. He will do so. And unfortunately, with the speed of Mercer on the base pass, that with the drop third strike is just the threat that you have to face. So Jake Bork goes down swinging for out number 1, but a productive out at the end of the day as the go-ahead run advances 90 feet closer. And now with Dallas Beaver, the highest batting average in this lineup to the plate, Jorge Lozano finds himself in a little bit of a jam. First pitch, fastball, outside, ball 1. Dallas Beaver, 1 for 2 on the day, a .388 hitter on the year, 7 doubles, a triple, and 13 RBIs for Beaver. The 1-0 pitch. And that one's hit hard, but foul. Left field side out of play. Count evens up a ball and a strike here with 1 away. Beaver and Lozano, a connection in one way or another. Lozano plays for Wright State. His Wright State coach as a freshman, Greg Lovelady, now the coach of the University of Central Florida Knights, as that one hit hard in the air. Left field side, foul yet again. Jorge ahead in the count, 1-2.
This is where Lozano likes to be ahead in the count. He can choose any pitch he wants to throw, and actually Corey Coombs will choose any pitch he wants to throw.
So Lozano ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch, and that one's hit in the air. Shallow left field. Jordan Lambert makes the grab. Tagging is Jace Mercer. The throw to the plate will be in time. A double play. Dallas Beaver flies out to left. Jace Mercer tries to come home on the tag up, but just not quick enough for the arm of Jordan Lambert. Lambert rockets it in. Ryan Park makes the tag, and the Scouts out of the inning unscathed. No runs on 1 hit, and nobody left aboard for the Cincinnati team in the top half. We are still locked up at 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The bottom of the 5th inning here, folks. Francisco Andina leads things off. First pitch in at the chin, ball 1. A fastball. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Francisco Andina. Andina is 0 for 2 on the day. He has reached, however, on an error by the shortstop, Jake Bork. The 1-0 upstairs, 2-0 now the count. We're all locked up at 3 here in the top of the 5th, or in the bottom of the 5th, I should say. In the top of the 5th, the Steam got the leadoff man aboard in Jace Mercer. He got all the way to 3rd, but was retired as fastball finds the zone of called strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now the count to Francisco Andina, but the inning ends on an F7-2 double play. Jace Mercer tagged out, trying to come home on the sacrifice. Curveball outside part of the plate taken there by Andina. A called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. It's Andina, Ryan Park, and Jordan Lambert, the top of Xenia's order. 2 up here in the home half of the 5th. The 2-2 pitch. That one low and away. The count goes full. Andina, a 188 hitter coming into this ball game. The native of Puerto Rico from Spring Arbor College. He awaits the 3-2 pitch, and that one just fouled back down. We will stay at 3-2.
And this is where, if you're Xenia, you hope you can get something going in this inning. Top of the order, Andina, a very high on-base percentage at .368. Then you bring up your hottest hitters in Ryan Park and Jordan Lambert.
So the count is full here to the leadoff man, Francisco Andina. He hits from the left side against the lefty. The 3-2 pitch. And that ball is hit foul on the ground. First base line will do 3-2 all over again.
Good job by Andina to foul a couple pitches off here, stay alive, and hopefully you get a pitch to hit here soon.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Andina working the count here against Gray Harmon. The pitch. And that one's hit in the air, right field, going back the right fielder, and that ball is gone. A solo home run from Francisco Andina. The Scouts take a 4-3 lead. And man, not the candidate that you would immediately think to hit the home run, but Francisco Andina, with the wind blowing out to right, just gets the job done. His first home run of the year. The Scouts take a 4-3 lead here in the top of the 5th.
And Andina with a smile on his face. That wind, as you mentioned, that ball didn't look like it was going to be hit very hard, but it just kept going to right field, right at that foul pole. 3-14 to right field, and the Scouts have a lead.
So first pitch to Ryan Park on the outside. Pitch number 2 on the inside now. So 2 balls and no strikes to Ryan Park. The Scouts now lead by a score of 4-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Francisco Andina solo home run. Just one batter ago, the difference in this ball game. 2 balls and no strikes to Ryan Park. The pitch. And that one will low and away. 3 pitches, 3 balls. The 3-0. That one does find the zone. A fastball on the outside part of the plate. The count goes full. Well, not full. The get me across does just that. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch, and Ryan Park hits that one in the air towards left. The left fielder going back, but he'll make the grab at the warning track for out number 1. A little bit excited there was your broadcaster, Andrew Alix, as that ball was hit in the air by Park, but the wind might have played the counteracting effect there as that ball just died at the warning track. Mark it down as an F7 for out number 1. Now Jordan Lambert to the plate. We're talking about home runs. He hit one last night. His first of the year. First pitch in the air towards left. That one going to drop in front of the left fielder, Roger Dennison. Jordan Lambert has his first hit of the day. And the Scouts with 1 on and 1 out for the hot hitter in this lineup right now. That's Kyle Casserly. Kyle Casserly, 2 trips to the plate today. A hit in both of them. A double in the second, a single in the third. As looks like the Cincinnati Steam manager going to come out to the mound and have a word with their starting pitcher, Gray Harmon.
Jordan Lambert with that single. He has a hit in a few straight games. Getting back on track here. And actually, right now he's done 3-2-1. 3 hits 2 games ago, 2 hits last night, a hit here today.
So the Scouts lead 4-3 here. Gray Harmon. Oh, is it a new pitcher?
And I think we're going to have a pitching change.
Another lefty. We will look at the roster and figure out who it is once we can see the number. Number 17.
New addition to the team.
Now, Alix Benavides. Ooh, Alix Benavides, the son of Red's bench coach. Alec Benavides, I should say. Alec Benavides from Alvin Community College, the native of Laredo, Texas. The southpaw was drafted out of high school in the 37th round by none other than his father's ball club, the Cincinnati Reds. Benavides on the year. A 4.15 ERA. He's thrown 4 1/3 innings pitched, allowing 2 runs, both of them earned. He has walked 6 and struck out 7, a 1-0 record on the year. So Benavides, and you can probably assume by the fact that he was drafted out of high school, just looking at his warm-up pitches, definitely has some velocity from that left side, but with more walks than strikeouts, the issue for him might be his ability to control it. He comes in a spot here for his Cincinnati's team in the home half of the 5th. A runner at first and 1 out. The Scouts lead 4-3 now, following the leadoff home run from Francisco Andina. He will face Kyle Casserly, the hottest batter in the Scouts order. A double in the second, a single in the third for Casserly. 5 doubles on the year. 1 home run for the first baseman from Wright State. He hits from the right side against the southpaw, Alec Benavides. First pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. Casserly came into the game a .203 hitter. The Wright State Raider by way of West Virginia University. The 1-0. And Cass hits that one in the air, foul territory, first base side. The first baseman, Brian Guck, looking for it in the sun, but he will almost lose it and then make the grab. Kyle Casserly is retired for the first time this game. Mark it down as an F3. And now 2 away. Caden Owens coming to the plate.
And Cass just stood there in the batter's box with the bat on the ground, kind of leaning on it like, please don't catch that. But unfortunately for him, Guck made the grab.
So now Caden Owens, the man to the plate. Owens is 0 for 1 on the day, hit by pitch his first time up. Ended up coming around to score. Big curveball on first pitch. That one missing on the outside. Owens ducking because that ball was so high that if it had not broken, it looked like it was about to hit him in the head. A 1-0. That one almost does hit him in the head for real. 2 balls and no strikes now to Caden Owens.
And after he ducked the first time, he saw it fall near the zone, and he just stayed down with his head bent like, yeah, that one got me. And then he almost didn't duck on the second one, and it almost hit him.
2 balls and no strikes here with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. The runner at first, Jordan Lambert. The pitch, up and in. 3 pitches, 3 balls to Caden Owens. Owens, the right fielder from Oral Roberts. A 2-way guy for the Scouts. Doubles as Xenia's closer. The 3-0. And that one does find the zone for a called strike, so the count moves 3-1. It's Owens at the plate. Aaron Takas awaits on deck. 3 balls and a strike. Benavides looks to the catcher, Dallas Beaver. He delivers. The runner goes. That one is upstairs and outside. Jordan Lambert slides in safely. Doesn't matter because it was ball 4. So now the Scouts with runners at first and second here for Aaron Takas try to keep this inning going.
And Caden Owens getting the old OBP up a little. He's reached for the second time today in 3 plate appearances.
So now Takas to the plate. Aaron is 0 for 2 on the day. He has reached and he has scored. An error by the catcher, Dallas Beaver. Takas from Corinne University in the great state of Pennsylvania. First pitch to him, fouled straight back. 0-1 the count. Takas, the shortstop tonight. He's played all over the infield in his time with the Scouts, sometimes playing third, sometimes playing short. Lambert leads from second. The pitch, curveball. That one finds the inside part of the plate. A called strike 2. Takas quickly behind in this count. No balls and 2 strikes, but 2 away. Jordan Lambert at second. Caden Owens at first. The 0-2 pitch, and that one is hit up the middle, but a diving Jace Mercer lays out and makes the grab for out number 3. A highway robbery from the second baseman from the University of Cincinnati, and that will retire the Scouts in the bottom of the 5th. 1 run on 2 hits and 2 men left aboard for Xenia. We have played 5 innings of baseball here at Grady's Field. The Scouts lead this team by a score of 4-3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go to the top of the 6th inning here. Andrew, Alix, Gabe, Genovesi, the Scouts lead 4-3. Jorge Lozano is back out to the mound. First pitch from him. That one taken in there for a called strike one. Oh, one pitch. That one fastball upstairs and inside. Evens up the count of ball and a strike. The Steam will send Mike Moffitt, Blaine Griffiths, and Alix Holderbach to the plate here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss there. Curveball from Lozano. He's ahead in the count. 2-1. Lozano allowed a hit to Jace Mercer on a bunt down the third base line in his first inning of work. And the 1-2 pitch comes way on the inside. Evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit off the glove of Ryan Park. Almost looked like it had ricocheted off of the body of Jace Mercer. But delivering on the inside yet again is Jorge Lozano. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here with nobody out. Lozano delivers the 3-2 pitch. In there for a called strike 3. Mike Moffitt goes down looking. The second strikeout of the day for Jorge Lozano. The 4th for Xenia's pitching overall. And the leadoff man is retired here in the top of the 6th. Blaine Griffiths now to the plate. Blaine from Xavier. A couple of guys from Xavier, of course. Xavier, Division I program in Cincinnati. He takes first pitch low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. 0 for 2 on the day. And Lozano delivers fastball about chest high outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Jorge delivers fastball off the plate that time. The count moves 2-1. Blaine Griffiths hits from the left side here against the righty Lozano. And that one's grounded over towards Ange Bourgeois at second. He fields it on 1 hop, throws over to first in time for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for Jorge Lozano. And Alix Holderbach will step up. Holderbach, the third baseman, a .296 hitter on the year. That's with 4 doubles, 1 home run, and 6 RBIs. Holderbach, I believe, Eastern Kentucky. Trying to double check here. Yes, the Eastern Kentucky Colonel. He takes first pitch on the outside with Eastern Kentucky. A .355 average this past spring. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away, ball 2. Holderbach 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to right his first time up back in the 2nd. He walked in the 3rd, so Holderbach has reached base already today. The 2-0 pitch, fastball, inside part of the plate, taken all the way. A called strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike here with 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. The Scouts lead the Steam by a score of 4-3. And the 2-1 pitch comes way on the inside. So a favorable hitter's 3-1 count now for Alix Holderbach. 3 balls and 1 strike. Lozano delivers. Low and away, ball number 4. So Alix Holderbach has reached base on a walk for the 2nd time today. And now the tying run is aboard for the hottest hitter in the Cincinnati lineup today, Roger Dannison. Dannison, the right fielder from Xavier. 2 times to the plate today. His first time up, a triple. Came around to score on a balk. His 2nd time up, an RBI single. First pitch to him, fastball upstairs and outside. 1 ball and no strikes the count.
And after a couple quick outs, you look for Jorge Lozano to get back in a groove here. The walk and now that pitch was way outside.
1-0. And that one's hit in the air right field, but coming under it is the right fielder, Caden Owens. He makes the grab for out number 3. So Jorge Lozano puts a man on, but doesn't allow a run. No runs, no hits. 1 man left aboard for Cincinnati in the top of the 6th. The Scouts lead 4-3 as we head into the bottom half. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the home half of the sixth we go, and a new pitcher in for the Cincinnati team. It's going to be the righty Connor Seglars. Seglars from South Suburban College has pitched 7 1/3 innings so far this season, posting a 3.68 ERA. He has allowed 3 earned runs, striking out 6, walking 2 over that 7 1/3. So he will face Joey Roddy to lead things off. First pitch to Roddy. That one fastball, chin music upstairs and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the count to Roddy. Joey Roddy is 0 for 1 on the day. Picked up an RBI on a sacrifice fly. Back in the second inning, that was the first run the Scout scored all day. 1-0 pitch way outside. 2 balls, no strikes to the Ohio State Buckeye. Roddy, the de facto closer for the Scouts. 2-0 pitch. That one does find the zone. 3 balls, or 2 balls and 1 strike. Roddy not liking the call there by any means. Kind of shooting a look back to the dugout. The 2-1 pitch. And Roddy hits that one into right field, or the old bat drops in front of the left fielder, Corey Chambliss. Joey Roddy has his first hit of the day, and the Scouts with the leadoff man aboard. So Joey Roddy, who came into the game batting just a $113, now has his 7th hit of the season. And for Joey Roddy, he has certainly begun to pick things up as of late. So another guy who came into the game in a little bit of a slump, Dylan Lottenville to the plate. He's already gotten his first hit today. A double, an RBI double, I should say, back in the second. First pitch to Lottenville, fouls it straight back. 0-1 goes the count. It's Joey Roddy at first here with nobody out in the home half of the sixth. The Scouts lead by a score up 3-0, trying to pick up their 4th straight win. The 0-1 pitch, curveball upstairs. County is up 1 ball and 1 strike. One coming down. And Lottenville hits that sky high on the infield. The second baseman, Mercer, is going to call for it, but he's called off by the first baseman, Brian Guck, who makes the grab. Out number 1, mark it down as an F3. And the first out of the inning has been recorded. So Ange Bourgeois now to the plate. Bourgeois 0 for 2 on the day. He hits from the left side here against the righty. Bourgeois usually good for at least 1 appearance on base per game. Has yet to find that at bat. First pitch to him, low and inside. He swings, fouls it straight back. 0-1 the count here with 1 away. Bourgeois, the man at the plate. Francisco Andina awaits on deck, unless the double play ball ends the inning early. The 0-1 pitch. And Ange hits that one hard but foul. Out of play over the Xenia Scouts dugout on the third base side. And quickly behind in this count, 0-2. Oh, 2. Here it comes. And Ange just getting a piece of a curveball there, just tipping it straight back. So the count will stay at 0-2. Bourgeois, a .237 hitter coming into the game. A .352 on base percentage because of the 7 walks that he has drawn all year. Also has been hit by 3 pitches. That is tops on the Xenia Scouts. The 0-2. Upstairs, the count moves 1 ball and 2 strikes. A Joey Roddy single got the inning going offensively for the Xenia Scouts. After a Dylan Lottenville flyout, Ange Bourgeois trying to keep things going. The 1-2 pitch outside evens up the count 2-2. Bourgeois from Biola University in the great city, the city of angels, Los Angeles, California. Teammate of former scout Jeremy Barth. 2-2 pitch. And Bourgeois hits that one over the glove of Jace Mercer at second. That's going to roll into right center field. So now 1 on and 2 outs. We don't know what happened. Joey Roddy is not on base anymore. I have no explanation for y'all. The only thing I can think of is that maybe, I don't know. We have obstructed view seating here, so maybe I didn't see something happen. But whatever. 1 on. 2 balls and no strikes now to Francisco Andina. Andina, a solo home run his last time up. Ange Bourgeois at first with 2 away. The runner goes. Throw to second will be in time. And Ange Bourgeois caught stealing, and that's going to do it for the Scouts in the home half of the 6th. No runs on 2 hits. Nobody left aboard. We have played 6 innings of baseball here in Xenia. The Scouts lead the Cincinnati Steam by a score of 4-3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Gabe Genovesi is going to take you home. He'll catch all the action. I hope he doesn't miss anything like I did. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead as we head to the top of the 7th here at Grady's Field in Xenia, Ohio. The Scouts lead the Steam by 1. Heading to the top half of the 7th inning, Corey Chambliss will lead it off for the Cincinnati Steam. Landon Williams on to pitch for the Xenia Scouts. First pitch to Chambliss, a slider inside, ball 1. Landon Williams, one of the best Scouts relievers on this team. 23 and 1/3 innings pitched, 17 hits given up, but only 4 earned runs given up by Landon Williams as the fastball is just below the knees, 2-0. Williams has only walked 7 and struck out 21. He's 2-0 on the year, and opponents only bat .203 against the righty. The 2-0 pitch to Chambliss. Curveball misses, 3-0, and I'm not quite sure where that one missed at. A good pitch by Landon Williams. Falls behind in the count, 3-0 on Corey Chambliss. The Scouts lead 4-3. The 3-0 to Chambliss. A fastball high, a 4-pitch walk to Corey Chambliss, the 8th walk of the year issued by Landon Williams. And there's one on with nobody down here for the Steam. So Ryan Mills, the starter for the Xenia Scouts today, goes 4 innings pitched, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. No walks and 2 strikeouts for Mills. Then Jorge Lozano comes in the game for the Scouts. His final line, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit given up, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts as Guck lays down a bunt. Williams flips over to first for the out, but Guck gets the job done. Corey Chambliss moves to second with 1 down. Jorge Lozano, no runs given up, just the 1 hit and the walk. Did get 2 strikeouts in his 2 innings pitched as well. So now the Scouts lead 4-3 here in the top of the 7th, 1 down. The Steam have the tying run aboard at second base in Corey Chambliss. And the top of the order, Jace Mercer at the plate. Mercer steps up 1 for 3 today in a bunt single. His last time up in the 5th. Flew out to center in the 1st and the 3rd. So Andina playing about medium depth in center field. Better be alert and ready. The pitch. Slider, outside corner, strike 1. Jace Mercer extends his hit streak to 5 after the bunt single in the 5th inning. Stands in as a lefty against the righty Williams. Williams checks the runner. And now Jace Mercer will step out right before Williams can deliver the pitch.
And a beautiful pitch there, even on the delivery that wasn't. But Landon Williams he seems to have found his control now after missing a couple times to get things going.
The 1-1 pitch to Mercer. Fastball in there at the knee, strike 2. 1-2 to Jace Mercer. You'll see Joey Roddy at the hot corner playing about even with the base after Mercer bunted for a single last time. And just in period, even if he doesn't lay down a bunt, he's one of the fastest guys in this league. Williams checks back second, steps off. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead here in the top of the 7th, 1 down. Jace Mercer at the plate for the Steam. The tying run in Corey Chambliss at second. Williams on in his 1st inning of relief. The pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jace Mercer.
And the Scouts are going to be looking for a lot from Williams here, having already used Jorge Lozano for a couple of innings. Caden Owens probably out of the running to pitch an inning tonight after pitching last night.
The 1-2 pitch, slider, ground ball, Bourgeois at second. Flips over to Casserly, 2 down here in the 7th.
However, the runner at second advances another 90 feet, so the tying run just 90 feet away now. And Jake Bork at the plate, a big out here that Landon Williams needs to make.
And I'll tell you what, Williams would rather get Bork here. Well, of course he wants to get Bork here, but he better get Bork here because Dallas Beaver.
It's not like intentionally walking the guy is an option. With Dallas Beaver on deck.
Slider to Bork, low and inside, ball 1. Jake Bork today, 1 for 3. He singled and scored back in the 4th. A ground out to Roddy at third his first time up, and a strikeout his last time up when Jorge Lozano was on the mound. The 1-0 pitch to Bork. Fastball outside edge, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the sophomore. Corey Chambliss stands on third, 90 feet away. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead. Now the pitch. Fastball, ground ball, slow roller. Roddy picks it up, fires across the diamond, and they got him. A good play by Joey Roddy, and the Steam can't strike here in the 7th. We'll head to the home half of the 7th inning. The Scouts lead 4-3. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the home half of the 7th inning, we go here at Grady's Field. A 4-3 Xenia Scout lead over the Cincinnati Steam here in the bottom of the 7th. The top of the order due up for the Scouts. Francisco Andina leads it off, followed by Ryan Park and Jordan Lambert. Andina, his last time up, the solo home run in the 5th. This time he skies one toward right center field, and that ball's going to land. It gets down Andina, a wide turnaround first. He'll pull back. And Francisco Andina has his second hit of the day. He's the leadoff runner on here in the 7th.
And Gabe, you and I were talking before the game saying this is a good day for Andina to break out, and boy, has he. A solo home run and now a second hit, the third time on base after reaching on the air, but you got to give some credit to him on that error with the way that he beat out the throw with his speed. So doing a great job in that leadoff role. Let's see what Ryan Park can do now.
Park bats from the left side this time. Andina dives back safely after the throw to first. Vince Vanelli in to pitch for the Cincinnati Steam. He's tied for 21st in the league in strikeouts. Now the pitch. High and away. Ball 1. Park steps in. 0 for 3 today. Very unusual of Ryan Park. Flew out to left his last time up in the 5th. This time he fouls one off. 1-1. Ryan Park came into today with a .507 on-base percentage. That's 4th in the Great Lakes League. He's reached base in 9 straight games, trying to extend that here today. The pitch. Fastball right at the belt. 1-2.
Yeah, Park watching all the way there. Just a pitch right down the heart of the plate. And let's see how he can work behind this count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch. Curveball high. 2-2. Francisco Andina stands on first after the leadoff single. Park steps back in, touches the plate as the Scouts lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. The throw over to first, not in time. Andina dives back safely. Francisco Andina 4 for 4 on stolen bases so far this year.
Let me tell you, Gabe, the Scouts really could use another one here as Park fouls the pitch right back into the screen. We're going to stay at 2-2. Landon Williams already pitched 1 inning of work, didn't allow a hit, but you're going to need him to go 3 innings here in a super hot day. A 1-run cushion might just not be enough, even with Williams' dominance.
Vanelli throws over to first again. Andina dives back safely. Francisco Andina giving him problems out there, getting a pretty far lead at first.
Yeah, but he's got a good pickoff move. You can see.
The 2-2 to Park. Curveball way high above the head. 3-2. Ryan Park, 17 walks on the season. That is tied for 6th in the Great Lakes League. Of course, first on the Xenia Scouts team. A very patient hitter. Good at working the count. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball high at the chin. Ball 4. Ryan Park is on for the first time today. 2 on, nobody down for the Scouts here in the 7th.
And that's a perfect example there, Gabe, of Ryan Park's ability to work counts. We saw behind there 1 and 2. Got to give some credit possibly to Francisco Andina on the base pass. Just causing problems, distracting pitcher. Good job by Park to foul a couple back, stay alive in the at-bat, and now the Scouts with 2 on here and nobody out.
Jordan Lambert to the plate. A single his last time up. This time he squares the bunt. Fouls it way out of play, actually all the way behind the Scouts' dugout. That pitch came way in on Lambert, 0-1.
I think that might be the first time we've seen Jordan Lambert attempt a bunt all year, Gabe.
Lambert 1 for 3 today. Vanelli sets. The 0-1 pitch, curveball swung on, ground ball toward Mercer. He'll flip to second for 1, over to first. They doubled him up. Jordan Lambert grounds into the 4-6-3 double play. Francisco Andina moves to third, but there's 2 down here in the 7th.
So now Kyle Casserly. He has another run 90 feet away. We've seen him 2 for 3 on the day. Those were both against the starting pitcher, Gray Harmon, however, the lefty-righty matchup. Check that. Never mind. Now the righty pitcher, lefty hitter matchup favors Casserly. Let's see if he can capitalize here, get his third hit of the ball game.
The first pitch to Cass, fastball along the dirt, ball one. Casserly doubled back in the second inning, came around to score the first run of the game. Singled in the third, flew out over to the first baseman, Guck, his last time up. The 1-0 pitch, fastball at the knees, strike one. Casserly checked his swing. Francisco Andina stands on third. The Scouts lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the seventh. The 1-1. Curveball in there for strike two. You see Cass do that a lot on a curveball or an off-speed pitch. He goes to check his swing and he tries to hold up. And either way on that one, that fell in at the knees. Vanelli trying to work out of a jam. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball, strike three. Kyle Casserly goes down looking. So despite the Scouts getting their first two runners on in the inning, a double play and then a strikeout gets Vince Vanelli out of it. The Scouts lead 4-3 as we head to the eighth. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the eighth we go here at Great East Field as Dallas Beaver lines a single into right field to begin the top of the eighth for the Cincinnati Steam.
Beaver just attacking first pitch there.
The Scouts lead 4-3 as we head to the eighth. And Dallas Beaver, his second hit of the day. Both singles. He's the tying run at first as Mike Moffitt steps to the plate. Landon Williams back out on the mound for the Scouts. Joey Roddy playing even with the base a little in now as he's preparing for the bunt. Moffitt swings, line drive, foul ball down the first base line, 0-1. Mike Moffitt 1 for 3 today. He struck out looking his last time up in the sixth. Singled back in the fourth. Moffitt, 20 strikeouts coming into today, already struck out twice in this one. The pitch, slider, fouled off behind the plate, 0-2. Landon Williams ahead in the count, 0-2. And with the off-speed junk that Williams has, that's always a good sign. Dallas Beaver stands on first after the leadoff single. The outfield in normal depth for the Scouts. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball just misses low, 1-2.
Close pitch there by Landon Williams.
I mentioned the strikeout problems for Moffitt. Third in strikeouts in the Great Lakes League. Williams checks the runner. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Mike Moffitt goes down for the third time today. One down here in the eighth.
Big first out there for Landon Williams. And like you said, Mike Moffitt continues to seem just like a base hit or strikeout guy. A lot, kind of what we see with a lot of the guys in the Scouts, but nonetheless, big first out there for Landon Williams.
Blaine Griffiths to the plate for the Steam. He swings through a fastball, 0-1. Griffiths, 0 for 3 today. Grounded out to the second baseman, Bourgeois, his last time up in the sixth. The Scouts did not see Blaine Griffiths last night in the lineup. Griffiths serving as the designated hitter here this afternoon. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball low and away, 1-1. Blaine Griffiths, a .255 hitter on the year. He's reached base in 13 of the 15 games he's played in for this team, yet to reach today. Williams throws over to first, just to keep Beaver close. 1-1 still. Williams taking his time on the mound. Sets, delivers. Curveball, strike two. A swing and a miss from Blaine Griffiths. And the count 1-2 on the senior from Xavier. Griffiths, despite reaching in 13 of 15 games, came into this one in a little bit of a slump. 3 for his last 18. The 1-2 pitch, just off the outside corner, 2-2. Williams went fastball there. The middle infield for the Scouts and double play depth. Xenia leads the Steam 4-3 here in the 8th. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, blooped, foul territory, third base. Roddy makes the grab. Joey Roddy got a good read on that ball, and there's 2 down here in the 8th.
Landon Williams looking good after Beaver attacked that first pitch. The base hit, he stays at first. So now Alix Holderbach, the last man he asked to retire. And Holderbach, in many ways, an important out here because if you can retire Holderbach here to end the 8th, then you have to face the 7, 8, and 9 spot in the 9th rather than having to get a second shot at Mercer, Beaver, or Bork in the final inning of play.
The first pitch to Holderbach, slider, misses low and away, 1-0. Alix Holderbach, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks today. He got stranded at third in the 4th, stranded at first in the 6th. The 1-0 pitch, fastball, gets past Park, and Ryan Park bats his glove as he goes and gets that one, as that pitch wasn't low or anything. That'll be a passed ball. It just hit right off of Ryan Park's glove, and Dallas Beaver represents the tying run, moves to second.
And for Holderbach, a guy with 4 doubles, 1 home run on the year, anything in the gaps, anything extra bases will bring home the tying run in this ballgame.
Count 2-0 on Alix Holderbach. Landon Williams in his second inning of relief for the Xenia Scouts. Beaver dances off second, the 2-0 pitch. Slider in there for strike 1. And that's something that hitters are not expecting, a 2-0 slider from Landon Williams at the knees.
Well, if you face Landon Williams enough, you should always learn to expect the slider.
The 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses low, 3-1. Alix Holderbach has a hit in 14 of his 17 games played for the Cincinnati Steam. One of the 3 he didn't get a hit in was last night against the Xenia Scouts. And then once again, Holderbach hitless today. Williams checks second. Beaver goes back easily as no one in the middle infield was there.
And Gabe, I'm really interested to see what Coobs dials up on 3-1 here. Don't want to give him anything that he can crush. But at the same time, I'm sure Coobs is well aware of the situation at the bottom of the order.
The 3-1 pitch, slider, line drive, center field. Ondina makes the grab. Francisco Ondina ranges to his right and gets Landon Williams out of the inning. A good job by Williams to get 3 straight after the leadoff single from Beaver. We go to the home half of the 8th. The Scouts lead 4-3. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead as we head to the home half of the 8th here at Great East Field on a gorgeous afternoon here in Xenia, Ohio. Caden Owens will lead it off for the Scouts, followed by Aaron Takis and Joey Roddy, the 5, 6, 7 hitters in this Scouts lineup. Vince Vanelli still on the mound for the Steam. The first pitch to Owens. Fastball high and away, ball 1. Caden Owens 0 for 1 with a walk and a hit by pitch today. So he's reached base twice. He's now reached base in 9 of 10 games played this season. He swings through an off-speed pitch on the inside, 1-1. Owens takes a deep breath and steps back in. No batting gloves on Caden Owens' hands. Takes a curveball high, 2-1. And that might have something to do with the wrist tape he has. Battling some injuries.
Well, Bubba Kate said he should wear a handball glove, a padded handball glove.
The 2-1 skied high out of play. 2-2. Owens didn't get his one hit of the game last night until the 9th. Trying to get it here in his what might be his last at-bat today. Chopper toward the first baseman, Guck. He steps on first. And they're going to call that foul.
That just broke right in front of the base, so he made the catch in foul territory. So a new sign of life for Caden Owens. But top of the 6th in Licking County. The Settlers lead the Jazz 8-6.
And that's a big one for you Xenia Scouts fans out there. If the Jazz lose today and the Scouts get a win here, the Scouts will jump the Richmond Jazz in the Southern Division standings.
As well as if the Joes can manage to beat the Copperheads.
If the Joes beat the Copperheads, the Scouts move to 2nd with a win and then a Jazz loss and a Copperheads loss. The 2-2 pitch, curveball, ground ball, up the middle, base hit. Oh, a diving play made by the shortstop, but Owens is able to beat it out. An infield single for Caden Owens. He's on with nobody down here in the 8th.
And by the shortstop, Bork there. I mean, doesn't really do anything because that ball wasn't going to be a double either way. But just totally, when it seemed like that ball was almost destined to get through, he completely goes Superman, lays his entire body out there, and gets in front of it. Pretty impressive display of athleticism there by Jake Bork.
Takis shows bunt, now takes a hack, fouls one off down the third baseline. Yeah, and as you can tell, I definitely thought it was up the middle. And then Jake Bork made a heck of a diving play. Caden Owens was going on that foul ball by Takis, by the way. 0-1 to Aaron Takis, who steps in over 3 today. Did reach on an error back in the 2nd. They throw over to Owens. He dives back safely. Takis steps back in as a lefty. The Scouts lead 4-3 of steam here in the home half of the 8th. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just off the outside corner, 1-1. 3 runs back in the 2nd inning for Xenia, and then a run on a solo home run in the 5th by Francisco Andina. As Takis skies one high. Foul territory out of play down the third baseline, 1-2. The Steam got 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. And that brought us to this 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead. Vince Vanelli still on in relief for the Cincinnati Steam in his 2nd inning of relief. The starter, Gray Harmon, today went 4 1/3, gave up 4 earned runs on 5 hits, only struck out 2. They throw over toward first once again. Owens easily dives back safely. Gray Harmon, his last time against these Xenia Scouts, got a win. His first win of the year and his only win thus far this year. He will not get the win here today. Curveball fouled off. Actually, might have came up and hit Takis.
It looks like it hit him in the shoulder and then ricocheted down onto the ground. Takis just takes his helmet off, takes a breather as he steps out.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Aaron Takis. A .214 hitter for the Xenia Scouts, batting 6 today. Caden Owens stands on first after the leadoff single. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Got him. On the outside corner, strike 3. Vince Vanelli gets his second strikeout of the afternoon. 1 down here in the 8th.
And now Joey Roddy to the plate. We saw Roddy with a single his last time up. Let's see if he can stay hot.
Joey Roddy came into today 6 for 53. He's now 1 for 2 with the sac fly today, so 2 productive at-bats for Joey Roddy. However, after that single, as he swings through the first pitch 0-1, he did get thrown out at first.
Yeah, didn't know.
Roddy the righty, Vanelli the righty on the mound. He throws over to first again. Owens dives back safely. Joey Roddy, the redshirt freshman from Ohio State. The 0-1 from Vanelli. Fastball high at the head. 1-1. Joey Roddy brought in the first run of the game today with that sac fly. Kyle Casserly scored back in the second. Singled his last time up in the 6th. The curveball drops in there at the knee. Strike 2.
And from what we've seen with Roddy, it seems like the breaking stuff is really what he has trouble with.
However, his last single was on a curveball.
Well, that's 100% true.
Caden Owens stands at first. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead here in the 8th. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive. Base hit left field. Joey Roddy waits back on another curveball. His second hit of the day. And there's 2 on with 1 out for the Scouts here in the 8th.
A multi-hit day for Joey Roddy with a sac fly RBI. And the freshman from Ohio State having the most productive day at the plate that we've seen all season long.
His first multi-hit game of the year. And that'll bring up Dylan Lottenville with 2 on and 1 out. Lottenville, an RBI double his first time up in the 2nd inning. Struck out in the 4th, flew out to the first baseman Guck his last time up in the 6th. The first pitch to him, fastball, foul ball behind the plate, 0-1. Caden Owens stands on second. Joey Roddy on first, a 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1 down. The Steam trying to get out of this one and get themselves back to bat in the 9th. A swing and a miss from Lottenville on a fastball at the chest, 0-2. Dylan Lottenville, 19 strikeouts so far this year, highest on the team. Lottenville steps back in, waves the bat above his back shoulder. The 0-2 pitch, fastball on the outside corner, strike 3, and Dylan Lottenville knew it. He turns his head and just shaking his head. He can't believe he didn't swing at that one. 3 strikeouts for Vince Vanelli, all of them looking.
And Lottenville's certainly not pleased with himself there. He whispers something to Ange Bourgeois as Bourgeois goes to the plate. Hopefully a tip of some sort.
Bourgeois comes up hoping to extend the inning for the Scouts. The first pitch to the lefty, swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. Ange Bourgeois, 1 for 3 today. He singled his last time up in the 6th. Bourgeois now has a hit in 12 of the 16 games he has played in. 9 of his last 11. The pitch, fastball swung on and missed, 0-2. Ange Bourgeois down 0-2 in the count. He's prepared to see off-speed curveballs here. In batting practice, he has assistant coach Ross Yoder throw him curveballs in his last round or 2.
The only scout that asked for that.
Yep. The 0-2 pitch to Ange Bourgeois. Fastball fouled off behind the plate. Will stay at 0-2. Caden Owens stands on second. Joey Roddy on first. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th. The Scouts lead the Steam 4-3. Bourgeois, a deep breath as he steps back in from the left side. Waving his bat back at the pitcher, Vanelli. Now above his back shoulder. The 0-2 pitch from Vanelli. Fastball high and away, 1-2. And after a couple straight fastballs from Vince Vanelli, maybe trying to make Ange Bourgeois wait for that curveball, set him up here. The Scouts sure could use an insurance run. A base hit probably does it. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, swung and fouled off behind the plate. Will stay at 1-2. And this is something Ange Bourgeois is very good at, working the count, fouling off pitches he doesn't want. Just a couple weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, we saw him have a 12-pitch at-bat.
Absolutely. And the punch-outs, the problem has certainly gotten better for Bourgeois over these past couple of games.
The 1-2 pitch from Vanelli. Fastball just misses off the outside corner. Beaver from behind the plate threw that one down to second. No one was there for a little bit. Jace Mercer was able to get over there and catch it before it trickled into center field. So now the count 2-2 on Ange Bourgeois. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead here in the bottom half of the 8th. 2 on, 2 out for Bourgeois. The 2-2 pitch to the lefty. Curveball in the dirt. Bourgeois checked his swing. He did not go around. Caden Owens takes third on the pitch in the dirt, and the count is full on Bourgeois.
Anything in play now will score Caden Owens, a much-needed insurance run for the Scouts.
With 2 down, Bourgeois needs a base hit.
Yeah, that's what I meant by anything in play.
The runner on first, Roddy, will be going. 3-2, 2 down here in the 8th. The payoff pitch. Oh, got him at the knees. Bourgeois watched it low, was about to flip his bat back toward the dugout, and the home plate umpire run him up. And I don't know about that call, but that'll do it for the Scouts here in the 8th. No runs on a couple of hits, and we'll head to the top half of the 9th. Landon Williams back on the mound to close it out for the Scouts. A 4-3 lead. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the top of the 9th we go here at Grady's Field. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead here at home over the Cincinnati Steam. And Landon Williams on for his 3rd inning of relief. Will try to close it out for Xenia here in the 9th. Roger Dannison, the leadoff batter for Cincinnati. He takes a ball outside, 1-0.
And Williams, 27 pitches in the first 2 innings. A little bit longer than we normally see him go. He usually works 2 innings at a time. Let's see if he can be as effective here in his 3rd and hopefully final inning of work.
The 1-0 misses low and away, a fastball, 2-0. Roger Dannison, 2 for 3 today. He flew out to right his last time up in the 6th, but a triple in the 3rd and a single in the 4th. The 2-0 pitch, ground ball, foul ball down the first baseline, 2-1. Dannison, his 5th multi-hit game of the year today. He came into this afternoon's ball game 3 for 18 in his last 5, so a good day for Roger Dannison. The pitch, fastball, just fouled off behind the plate. That ball almost bounced on the plate, and now the count's even at 2-2. Landon Williams, in his 2 innings of relief so far, has only given up 1 hit and a walk. The Steam have had 2 base runners. The 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3 on a slider in the dirt. Landon Williams gets his 2nd strikeout of the day, and there's 1 down here in the 9th.
And that, of course, to the most effective hitter of these three that he's due up to face. Dennison had a triple and a single going in. Now the next two guys coming to the plate, both hitless.
Corey Chambliss bats from the right side, 0 for 1 today with a hit by pitch and a walk. The first pitch to him. Fastball low and inside, ball 1. Chambliss was left stranded at third. Back in the 7th. He would have been the tying run. The 1-0 pitch to the righty. Curveball just misses. 2-0.
And very, very close pitch. And perhaps Ryan Park seeing something in terms of the zone that this umpire is making, or idiosyncrasies from this batter that he's seen 3 times, but a meeting out of the mound with Williams, who now behind in this count 2-0 with 1 away.
Williams got behind in the count on Dennison. 2-0 last at bat, came back to strike him out. This time he hits Corey Chambliss.
Second hit by pitch of the day for the second time that Corey Chambliss has been hit by a pitch today.
And now the tying run aboard for the Steam with 1 down here in the 9th. In the 9-hole, Brian Guck at the plate.
Yeah, and that's certainly difficult in the sense that unless there's a double play ball here, you're going to have to get Jace Mercer out at least one more time. The top of the order, much more talented than the bottom of the order here for the Steam.
Guck takes a fastball on the outside edge, 0-1. Brian Guck, 0 for 2 with a sac bunt today. He laid down a bunt his last time up in the 7th to move Chambliss over to second. With 1 down already here in the 9th, I doubt he will lay down a bunt here. Chops one toward the shortstop, Takis. Takis fields it on 2 hops, fires to first, gets the out. The ball was too slow in order to turn 2. So Brian Guck is retired. 2 down here in the 9th, but the tying run in Corey Chambliss moves to second.
And a big out there by Takis. That play, like Gabe just said, developing very slowly, basically ends up fielding the ball kind of parallel in a sense to the second base bag. So at that point, the play literally would have been impossible, barring somehow being able to, do some kind of incredible shuffle pass to the side. Good choice there by Takis just to go to first, but now a pinch runner over at second.
And the pinch runner will be Will Vogelsang. Vogelsang, tied for 6th in the league in stolen bases in 8. Not like he'll be stealing here, but he is fast on the base path, so a base hit will probably score the tying run. 2 down here in the 9th. The Scouts lead 4-3 over the Steam. Xenia 1 out away from their 4th victory in a row. The first pitch to Jace Mercer. Outside, ball 1. Mercer 1 for 4 today, an infield single on a bunt back in the 5th. Grounded out to Bourgeois, his last time up in the 7th. Will Vogelsang on second. He represents the tying run. The 1-0 pitch. Slider misses outside, 2-0, and that is the 3rd batter of the inning that Landon Williams has fallen behind 2-0.
Yeah, about 30 some odd pitches in now. Williams starting to lose control a little bit.
Williams, the sidearm righty, sets. Takes a look at Vogelsang at second, and he will step off and walk him back. Will Vogelsang getting a big lead over there on second base. 2 down here in the 9th. The 2-0 pitch to Jace Mercer. Slider just misses low, 3-0. The Scouts lead the Steam 4-3 here in the top of the 9th. Landon Williams in his 3rd inning of relief, trying to close the door on Cincinnati. The 3-0 pitch to Mercer. Misses off the outside corner. A 4-pitch walk to Jace Mercer. And the go-ahead run is now on first.
At the end of the day, I think that was a selection by Corey Coops that even behind 3-0, there was going to get me across. Just maybe trying to get Mercer to chase a little bit because Bork, who Williams has already retired once, K'd him up. As Bubba Cates going to come out to the mound.
Cates will come to the mound. Caleb Bly is in the bullpen for the Xenia Scouts. Bubba hasn't he looked that way. He hasn't made the call yet, and I think he's going to stick with Landon for now. But if Williams lets another runner aboard or lets up the game-tying hit, I think we might see Caleb Bly.
Well, I bet you the conversation going on between Williams and Bubba right now is, can you do this? Like,
How do you feel?
Are you willing? Yeah. How do you feel? Are you willing to face this guy? 30 pitches is a lot for a reliever.
He's probably up near 40 now. Came into the inning with 27.
Yeah. So, north of 40 probably.
Yeah.
At this point. But there's been no call to the bullpen yet. I wish that Caden Owens could pitch more than once every 2 days. That would be effective. You got to follow the rules that are given to you.
Owens came in and got the save last night. Unavailable tonight in right field, however. They'll leave Landon Williams out there. The batter for the Cincinnati Steam will be Jake Bork. Bork 1 for 4 today. A ground out to third in the first inning, a single in the fourth. Struck out in the fifth, a ground out to Roddy at third, his last time up in the seventh. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead here in the bottom of the ninth. Will Vogelsang on second, the tying run. 2 down for Landon Williams. And now the first pitch to Jake Bork. Curveball, line drive, center field. Ondina camps under it, and that'll be the ball game. Landon Williams pitches 3 innings of relief. 3 scoreless innings for Landon Williams. And the Scouts have won 4 in a row. A 4-3 victory here at home over the Cincinnati Steam. And now Xenia is 11-9 after starting 2-6, Andrew.
Yeah, make it 9 of the last 12, Gabe, and things are really starting to come together for these Xenia Scouts. You and I talked about it off the air before the ball game started. How the Scouts, that pitching staff that we're able to throw out there with a couple of new guys in Caleb Fernholz, Ryan Mills. Then you got Caleb Bly, John Kopicki, and Zach Wallace, as well as Jack Rains. And then from the bullpen, you can use Michael Pineda-O'Donnell. And, of course, Landon Williams, Caden Owens. And from a pitching standpoint, these guys really have a system that's going. Offensively, things are really starting to pick up. We saw it with Ryan Park earlier in this streak. Now even guys like Joey Roddy, 2 hits, a 2 for 3 day with an RBI. Dylan Lottenville, an RBI double. Things really starting to come together. And as we have now gotten to this halfway point of the season, the Scouts stand 2 games above 500, just a half game back of first place.
And that half game back is the key here. The Richmond Jazz, I believe, still losing against the Licking County Settlers. And we say a half game, but it's a big pile up near first place in the Southern Division. Coming into today, the Cincinnati Steam were in first at 11-7. The Jazz, the Copperheads, and the Scouts were all game and a half back.
It's 10-8 in the top of the 7th in favor of the Jazz.
So the Jazz get 4 runs in the 6th and take the lead. That game not over yet, though. So that one is the game to keep an eye on. And then the Copperheads and the Joes, who I believe start at 7:05 once again, is your second game to keep an eye on tonight. Just to recap some of the numbers here, the Steam 3 runs on 7 hits and 8 left aboard. The Scouts 4 runs on 10 hits and 9 left aboard. 2 errors committed by Cincinnati, none by Xenia. And that's really another key to this game. No errors by the Xenia Scouts. And now the Scouts will take on the Grand Lake Mariners Tuesday here at home after an off day tomorrow. So the Scouts go into the off day, 11-9, and they will play Grand Lake Tuesday and Wednesday at home, barring some weather. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts lead. A 4-3 Xenia Scouts win here at home at Great East Field. Thanks for tuning in, folks. For Andrew, Alix, I'm Gabe, Genovesi. Have a great rest of your Sunday and Monday, and we will see you Tuesday on July 4th.